In 2025, 67% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and that includes people earning well over $100,000 a year. So if it feels like your money disappears the moment you get paid, it's not a you problem. It's a system problem. Today, you'll learn the simple three-number system that helps you take control again. The 50-30-20 rule is a roadmap for your after-tax income. Think of your paycheck like water flowing into your life every month. Most people let it flood everywhere. A little here, a little there, gone before they know it. This rule gives it three clear channels. 50% flows to your needs, the essentials you must pay to survive. 30% flows to your wants, the things that make life worth living. 20% flows to savings and debt, the money that builds your future. No complex spreadsheets, no guilt, no tracking every coffee. Just three channels that balance your past, your present, and your future. This framework was popularized by U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren back in 2005. But she wasn't a politician then. She was a Harvard law professor who spent years studying families filing for bankruptcy. And here's what she discovered. Most weren't going broke because they were reckless. They were going broke because their essential costs, rent, healthcare, minimum debt payments, had swallowed so much of their income that one car repair, one medical bill, one missed paycheck was all it took to destroy them. The 50-30-20 rule was her solution. A simple diagnostic tool to see where your money flows and build financial breathing room back into your life. Let's make this concrete with real numbers. Say your after-tax income, the money that actually hits your bank account each month, is $3,000. Here's how the 50-30-20 rule breaks down. 50% to needs equals $1,500. This covers rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, and minimum debt payments. These are non-negotiables. If you stopped paying these, there would be immediate consequences. 30% to wants equals $900. This is your guilt-free spending. Restaurants, coffee, Netflix, the gym, new clothes, weekend trips. This is the channel that makes life enjoyable. 20% to savings equals $600. This goes straight to your emergency fund, retirement account, or extra debt payments. This is the channel that builds wealth. Now let's say you're in Europe, and your take-home is 2,500 euros per month. Same logic. 1,250 euros for needs, 750 euros for wants, 500 euros for savings. Simple, clean, sustainable. Here's exactly how to set this up today. Step 1. Calculate your net income. Check your last 3 to 4 bank deposits. The exact amount that lands in your account after taxes. Take the average. This is your starting point. Step 2. Calculate your targets. Do the 50-30-20 math on that number. If your take-home is $3,000, needs target equals $1,500. Wants target equals $900. Savings target equals $600. Write these down. This is your blueprint. Step 3. Track your last 30 days. This is the uncomfortable part, but it's necessary. Go through your bank and credit card statements for the last 30 days. Every single transaction gets assigned to one of 3 categories: needs, wants, or savings. No judgment, just data. That $450 in food delivery? Wants. That $200 in random Amazon purchases? Wants. That $50 you transferred to savings? That counts. This step forces you to face reality. And reality is the only place where change can happen. Step 4. Compare reality versus target. Put your actual spending totals next to your target numbers. This is the moment of truth. Maybe your target for wants was $900, but you actually spent $1,400. Maybe you planned to save $600, but only saved $100. The gap between your target and your reality is your roadmap. This isn't about shame. It's about clarity. You can't fix what you can't see. Step 5. Automate your savings. This is the most important step, and the one most people skip. Do not plan to save whatever's left over at the end of the month. That strategy has a 100% failure rate. Instead, Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate savings account for your 20%, or whatever you can start with, even if it's just 5% or $50. Make it happen the day you get paid. This is called paying yourself first, before rent, before groceries, before anything else. Log into your bank app right now and set this up. It takes 2 minutes, and it's the single most powerful financial habit you can build. Let's talk about the 3 biggest mistakes beginners make with this rule. Mistake number 1: using pre-tax income. A beginner calculates 50% of their $60,000 salary, but their actual take-home pay after taxes is only $45,000. The math breaks immediately. They give up. The fix? Always use your net income, your take-home pay, the exact dollar or euro that lands in your account. Mistake number 2: letting wants creep into needs. They convince themselves the $150 gym membership is a need for their health, that the daily $6 latte is a need to function, that 3 streaming services are needs because they use them every day. Here's the fix. Use the survival test. Ask yourself, could I physically survive without this for 30 days? You need electricity. You want Netflix. You need basic groceries. You want expensive takeout. Be honest. This is where most budgets break. Mistake number 3: giving up because the ratios aren't perfect. A beginner in New York or London finds their rent alone is 45% of their income. They throw up their hands and say, this is impossible. Here's the truth. The 50-30-20 rule is a diagnostic tool, not a law. If your needs are 70%, the rule has done its job. It's shown you exactly where the pressure is. Your budget might need to look like 70-15-15 or 65-20-15. That's fine. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is intentionality. Protect that savings rate, even if it's just 10%, and build from there. Here's what you've learned today. The 50-30-20 rule isn't about restriction. It's about balance. 50% for what you need, 30% for what you want, 20% for what's coming. It's not a prison. It's a map. And now you have the 5 steps to make it real. Calculate your net income. Set your targets. Track your spending. Find the gaps. Automate your savings. You don't need a finance degree to do this. You just need to start. And once you've built that 20% savings habit, you'll need to know where to put that money so it actually grows. If you haven't yet, watch our videos on index funds and compound interest. Because saving money is step 1. Making that money work for you while you sleep is step 2. Links in the description. Start today and take control again. If this helped, subscribe for clear to the point finance advice every week.